Hey guys, this is Sid Patel, CEO of International Bulk Wine and Spirits Show and also Beverage Tour Network. Thanks for coming here. I really wanted to do a quick shout out on why this year's IBWSS show is going to be the biggest show. So this year we have some powerful speakers here. If you're really trying to level up your game, really grow your business, this is the show which you have to really attend. So pay attention to the speakers. Go and scroll this page down and you will see the speakers out there. The subject and the theme of the conference is planned around 4 pillars. We are going really deep into the business of bulk wine, bulk spirits, and private. So if you have anything to do with bulk wine, bulk spirits, and private label, buying or selling, or even getting into it, or even starting, a private label offering in your winery, this is really the show which you want to attend. More importantly, what's going to happen this year is, there are lots of movements happening around sustainability, around private label, around small batch. So everything is going to come and play here, So we're going to really have deep discussions around what other companies are doing, some big companies, how they are practicing this, how they've grown, and how new buying is happening around this national chains. Like what is Target buying, what is their sustainability policy, what is Walmart doing, right? So this is where we really talk business of the business. So please join me at International Bulk Wine and Spirits Show on July 25th and 26th. And I look forward to seeing you all there.
Hey guys, this is Sid Patel, your host of Inside the Drinks Business. We're live from London here. I'm at Galvin Restaurant, amazing French concept here. We're going to talk about business of wine sales. So enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome to Inside the Drinks Business, live from London. I'm here with Ramiro Fernandez, and he's a wine, sommelier, wine director, wine buyer at this amazing restaurant in central London, in London, downtown, basically. It's a high volume restaurant, and we're going to really deep dive in the business of sales. In this episode, you're going to learn about how to increase top line sales, how to increase bottom line net profit. We're just going to talk about sales. So, take your pens and paper out, and this is some tactical questions that I'm going to ask on how they can increase beverage programs. So, Ramiro, thanks for having me here.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Super, very nice setup. Why don't you introduce our audience a little bit about your journey and what you do here and about the restaurant.
Well, very short, very fast history of why I entered in the wine world. First of all, was by accident. I was going to be politician, like my father and father and grandfather. I came to London in 2005 just for 3 months to pick up a bit of English. And I got accidentally, everything in my life is accidentally, I picked up a commissioner position at the Ritz Hotel. So nice. The scenario was unbelievable for me, with a lot of famous people, Mr. Robbie Williams, Serena Christensen, Prince Charles, every week.
Wow.
So I was totally impressed because I was a guy from Galicia, from the northwest of Spain. I was impressed for this scenario and I was totally in love about the wine. I remember that in January 2006, I called my father. I said, I'm not gonna go back, Papa. He said to me, give me 1 month to talk to your mother about this because you have a job in the council. Your life is done about...
So your father was a politician in government?
And my father as well.
Wow.
So I already got a job in the council. When I say, I love the wine, sorry.
Wow.
So it was a shock for the family. I'm super proud of what I'm trying to do properly in this place. It's extremely dynamic, it's very big. I think it's the place, the proportion, the size and the standards is fantastic because as we're gonna see later on, it's very big place, and we have very good standards. We are very lucky in these hard times. We have big staff. I feel super lucky. I have 3 sommeliers plus 1 commie. In these hard times, this is gold.
Ramiro, let's walk, over maybe waiter or a sommelier role and just show us, what does the first week look like, first month look like, and then how do you progress them?
Well, very, very important not to overload when the young sommelier come. starting as a commis sommelier, not to overload. You cannot be. You have the CV as a head sommelier. You read the CV, and it's very important to engage the people with the profession, with the place. You need to show very important the standards of the place because every place is different, and obviously. We need to take care about them. So let's be strong. Let's get strong in the basic duties.
Got it.
Once we are strong in these duties, we jump in another duties more specific. I mean, I cannot start straight to teach to decant a very expensive wine with a person who has no experience. If he doesn't know the way to remove the dirty glasses, so let's start bit by bit. Then. This type of duties always with my supervision.
Yeah.
So I never give a bottle to decant without myself to my assistant. So I am, and because you are teaching, but you are passing your confidence.
Yeah.
It's very important. Once he decant 4 or 5 wines, and he's doing well, he has the confidence. So we close this and we jump for something more difficult. So we are tidy. The key factor is the confidence.
Yeah.
Once you have confidence, and it's gonna be more independent.
Yeah.
And
do you look for cues like where some people ask you that, hey Ramiro, I'm ready, I want more work, more responsibilities, or you know that this is the person you've identified, you want to?
There are the people is different, So I like the people with initiative.
Yeah.
If has no big experience, sometimes we need to cut the initiative in a good way and say, listen. I know your passion is fantastic, this is unbelievable, but I want to protect you with the customer. I cannot give you a duty, you are not ready for the moment. So let's practice more together, this duty. And once I see you ready, I give you freedom. I am a head sommelier, I'm giving a lot of freedom because without freedom, they cannot reflect their personality. So I don't want copies of Ramiro. I want different people to be like eclectic team.
True.
And this is the consistency.
I think let's go on the current state of UK market and overall our hospitality industry units. Are you still finding hard to recruit people and find new people in service staff?
I'm gonna say it's hard to recruit people, but I'm gonna say that the hardest thing by far is a new scenario is the first objective now is keep the staff you have, and more than teaching, motivated to keep.
Yeah.
I need to do more trainings than ever because it need to be attractive. The place now need to be more than ever attractive, and the sommeliers and everybody need to come happy because they know that with me I'm gonna put accidentally a couple of trainings in the gallery. In the middle of the shift, it's not very busy. Say you have a blind tasting, and there is a small competition. The winner is gonna take a sample of white and a sample of red. I used to do always, but maybe once a week or twice a month. Now I need to motivate nearly daily the people.
Nice, and let me double click there because this is a good place to go. Retention, as you said, is the main focus, and in today's world, like they're all getting headhunted like anything, like LinkedIn to personal friends.
I'm gonna say, sorry for interruption, it's the first time in my career, in 15 years career, I had to work in 2 and 3 Michelin star restaurants with people they never work in any restaurant.
Yeah.
I remember in 2 Michelin star I was working with a housewife who was my assistant. I was sure she couldn't make it, and she did fantastic.
Yeah.
But was a hard job.
Yeah.
So what happened with these hard times? You are doing your best.
Yeah.
Me, I'm quite mature, I'm 40 something. I'm a new sommelier because now it's not time to think in yourself, in your name, in the competition. It's time to give
for
the new people
to your people,
because you need to engage them with the profession.
Understood.
Not only with the place, with the profession, because this industry is an industry that many people, when they don't know, they are young, they don't know what they are going to do in their life.
Yeah.
They work 1 year or 2 years in this industry. I don't know why.
True.
So my role, very important is you have passion. Yes, if you have passion, I don't mind you have any knowledge. I'm gonna pass my passion as well.
True.
So the passion is key factor.
Let's go on sales, right? If who do you report to? Let me ask you. Like, is there a restaurant manager or a boss directly to the owner?
Well, I do a report every shift. I do a report.
But who's your boss? Like, who tells you?
Well, Arnaud Demas. Okay. It was very nice for him because he was sommelier in New York. a long time ago, and it's top wine people.
Got it. So he comes and tells you, hey Romerio, we got to increase
Of course.
our wine sales in 3 months to 20 more percent.
Yes. He recommended me a GP, but while I have big experience, 7 years as a head sommelier, my GP about wine by the glass is always more or less the same. I'm getting always. By the bottle, I have no big problems with this. I'm always getting because I like to sell, and I realized that in London, in UK, in London, sometimes they ask me the same things in the interviews. No, what is the technique to? And I say the technique is do something is very natural, and sometimes we don't know. It's asking after wine. The change is not only the wine; it's aperitifs. Glass of champagne is very profitable. Wine after the wine. Sweet wine, maybe after port, then it's a digestive like a beautiful Armagnac 20 years old. So this is a long chain.
True.
So sometimes the
Ending with the
sommeliers,
coffee and all that.
sometimes the sommeliers is just wine,
Yeah.
and then
Absolutely.
it's not like this. So if you complete the long chain,
Yeah.
maybe the wine is not crazy expensive.
Where is the biggest net profit? Is that in coffee, tea, or bubbles?
I'm gonna say that by the glass.
By the glass?
And bubbles is very.
Got it.
And then you say that all the sommeliers we know that the biggest GP we can do in some areas are the ones are very good, and the status of the designation of origin is not so famous. And
Where you can add up more because people don't know much.
Now Furmin from Hungary and Sirtico from Santorini are quite trendy, but I remember that 6-8 years ago they were not really well known, and they were cost price was fantastic. I remember that I have done big profit with this type of grapes.
Let's walk on day one, right? Like a new sommelier walks in. Is there like a computer, an SOP or training module on your computers that they can read, or a booklet that you give them? There is a standard procedures.
Well, I'm gonna say that we recreate in the galleries. We used to do the trainings. We recreate a service, and two of us we take a seat like a customer, and the sommelier.
So it's all practical.
Yes, I prefer. I recommend books. I try to tomorrow we are gonna be together, two sommeliers and myself in a supplier tasting.
Nice.
Which is very nice because I want to promote the comrade
combining
atmosphere.
buying.
Yes.
Like what do you think? What do you
And
think?
then I would like to ask them which is your favorite wine in the tasting. If you think you can defend this wine, let's buy.
Yeah.
So they are feel important because the head sommelier is giving freedom to buy a couple of wines.
True.
I'm
Nice.
gonna supervise, but the people need to come happy. They need to feel important. Otherwise, it's what I told you before. It's hard times, so the people need to come happy.
What do you do? Let's say you had 3 or 2 months slow beverage sales. Your friends are still selling, and it's obvious that it's just your restaurant which is suffering. How do you audit a business? What do you do? Where do you look at?
First of all, the origin point is you need to be critical with yourself.
Yep.
You need to be like, okay, I did always good. What happened with me this month or tomorrow? Or maybe this style of wine, even if I love, is not working here. I always say my colleagues sommeliers, when we are more mature in the role, we start to remove ourselves, our
Correct.
ego, and say, okay, where I am in this location, in this restaurant, and this type of customer. So this type of style is not working. Even I love. I need to. So let's work for the environment, for the atmosphere.
Got it.
Analyzing the why is getting down. If it's getting down, the sales is crucial.
Yeah.
We cannot waste 2 weeks like this.
True.
We need to maintain always a good profit. So a good meeting with different opinions, talk about the sommeliers, the managers, and say why you think we are.
True.
So different opinions are key factor. And then you need to.
Do you think one of the biggest factor is trends not being matched with what's being offered?
I'm gonna say that offering an eclectic wine list is
like
crucial.
all year round, sort of.
It's crucial because if you are fantastic with a Burgundy, but the people prefer another, it doesn't matter. You are top Burgundy list in UK. You need to have a bit of everything, and I'm gonna say that styles. If you have 4 Merceau, but the 4 Merceau are the same style, very rich and nutty, you need to put different styles, more mineral, more delicate, another rich, because there are people in table of 6. This is like the life, yeah? It's very democratic. In a table of 6, one person like very full body white, but the other prefer no oaky, and the other prefer, so you need to have a bit of everything.
What are the three, like really, if you had to pick top three factors, where you can improve what you can focus on so your top sales grow,
The three factors. Okay, first of all, take a seat with all the suppliers, all the portfolios, focus, taste, retaste, because sometimes a wine is very good. You say, wow, the cost price is fantastic, but then the evolution is very fast and it's very exuberant, but so you need to verify a lot more than ever the wine. And I'm gonna say that have a deep knowledge about the producer. I'm gonna say even the vineyard. When the vineyard is very young, sometimes I bought a big quantity of wine because I like, but then after 1 year, it's not aging like I was thinking. So I match many things. Maybe the other thing is I'm gonna say that the consistency of the brand. Sometimes, yeah, because sometimes I like a wine, but the cork is not fantastic, and there is no any information for the customer in the label. So I'm missing something. The wine is good, but it's not complete the pack. So you need to be consistent. I don't know.
So let's go on that motivation thing, right? What are the things that all you do, to motivate them, to sort of as a leader to make sure that you're playing a retention game there and making sure one-to-one sessions are happening, team building is happening?
I think it's key factor to be very organized. Or obviously every person is different. It's impossible to have 4 sommeliers. You cannot deal in like a standard with all of them. One is shy and one is working better under pressure. One with pressure is not. So you need to know the personality. And I'm gonna say that.
And you're gonna put each personality at the right spot, which is natural for them.
Well, I think I'm Spanish, so I'm quite. I am not a head sommelier. I want to show big distance. This is old-fashioned head sommelier. Me, I'm a head sommelier. When I make a mistake, I call the sommelier and say, look what I have done. So I don't want you to do the same mistake. I think I'm more humble than ever because what I want to do is I want to see the sommeliers in 1 month with me, they are getting better. When you show they are getting better, they are extremely happy.
I like that, yeah.
And they are...
How do you communicate they are getting better? You just tell them that, hey, good job, you're improving on this?
It's not only this. When they have potential, just they need a guy, a person, is guiding and is open up the possibilities they have. Sometimes I have an assistant, he's a very good taster, but he's very shy. It's English. And I say, the name, I put three blind tasting 3 wines, the same wine in 3 glasses. And I remember he say, I don't know, and say, I know what you are thinking, tell me the truth. I say, I think it's the same wine. And I say him, why you don't say this before? Confidence, because the first feeling in the wine is most of times is the truth.
Cool. So you're trying to build confidence with that training?
Not only as a worker, personally, because in a shift, 4-hour shift, 5-hour shift, as a sommelier, you need to take a lot of decisions, 30 decisions in the floor. So if you build her confidence, not only as a professional, as a person, it's going to reflect working. You are working as you are.
True.
If you are an exuberant person, you are exuberant. If you are shy, you are shy.
Yeah. So what other things do you do? Like you said something before, when there is less volume at the floor, you just do an open tasting and you try to bring the group.
I call them suddenly, I cover them in his station, say, go there, you have ready 6 glasses, 3 white, 3 red.
Wow.
And don't just tell me the grape and the country.
While the floor is on.
Yeah. And I prefer to cover them.
Got it. So you take care of them, you go and do that.
And they go, and then the winner is taking a sample, or say the best one is gonna come with me a 1 trip next month.
Nice.
So it's motivation, challenging. I say always the same thing, gents. Long hours, quite physical job.
Yeah.
If you don't want to improve, if you don't have passion, don't waste your time, because this is for passionate people.
What about your right and left? How do you structure your team? How many sommeliers, let's say, are here?
I have now 3 sommeliers,
3,
plus 1 commis. I'm feel super lucky. I told you before, because in these hard times we don't have staff. La Chapelle is still happy. I think it's because obviously the place is very attractive. The location is fantastic. has beautiful reputation. The food, in my opinion, is fantastic. So it's very nice. And I'm gonna say that we are very lucky. We have quite a lot of wine trips, and this for sommeliers is super motivate us a lot.
Nice.
So I have
What are the
my team. About my team. Well, I don't like to say names, but I have an assistant.
Yep.
He has a fantastic CV doing the Master Sommelier course.
Oh, nice.
I have another sommelier is very near him, and they are from the same nationality. So for me, it's fantastic because they understand each other. They get on well.
Yeah.
And then I have another sommelier who is starting, but I think it's going to be fantastic because has passion.
Yeah.
And the knowledge in 6 months, we are my assistant and myself. We are going to get
teach
full this gentleman because he has passion.
Yeah.
Once you have passion, everything's possible.
Yeah.
So because you are wishing to learn.
Yeah.
This is the thing. And then I have a commie that is all attitude. The knowledge, it need to be better, but it's asking you duties to do.
Yeah.
So for me, this is beautiful. It's fantastic. So I
nice.
feel extremely lucky with my team.
What are some reasons that come to your mind why you think that customers have not placed a wine by glass or have not ordered wine? They'll just say no. You know.
I'm gonna say that the first review in my career was fantastic, and I realized I didn't put any wine in the table. So I understood. I said to the manager, why it was a good review? So it was mineral water, and he said, it doesn't matter. You can get happy the people with wine, without wine, without. So I never force the people doesn't want to drink, doesn't want any wine. I offer mocktails that are fantastic, or if they're happy with the water. What I ask about the temperature, if they are okay, if they know where is the toilet. I want to get happy the people with wine, without wine. It's just the moment they cross the door, I take care about it. So I'm gonna say that my role is get happy with the wine, but there is no wine, it's still my customer. So this is the
Let's go on merchandising, right? Positioning, placing wine menus or door signs or wine table tents. What kind of things in the premises you can do to make it more, drinks oriented?
Well, we are doing wine dinners.
Winemaker dinners?
Winemaker dinners. So the marketing is helping us a lot. It's in 2 weeks we are doing the Col de Segan from the Loire Valley with Jean-Louis Chaff in L'Hermitage. It's going to be in 2 weeks, and they are doing a very good job.
Nice.
And it's very nice. The winemaker for sommeliers is very important because we love the winemakers and we admire the winemakers. So for us it's important, and they are coming. Let's say we have like a small club. Is wine lovers, and
you invite them as
it's
a newsletter list that you have?
Yes, totally.
Okay.
You can talk to the marketing. They are doing fantastic. My colleagues in marketing, they are giving us facilities just to we do the job in the gallery, but the previous job about marketing is crucial.
What about staff training? What are your sales meeting? How does it look like? How do you pump your staff?
Yes, well, now the sommeliers, of course, but me, I'm a head sommelier. I really care the head waiters and the waiters, because many times the sommelier is extremely busy and the waiter need to take the order. So I explain need to be very intuitive, and easy to understand training. So I put a port, 20 years old, and LBB. Need to be very obvious, the training. And I explain the difference. And then I put a Sauternes, a Côte de la Jonc, and maybe a Muscat from Bon de Venise. And I explain and I say, I take the desserts, and I say, this wine is better with this dish because this. I explain the match in the pairing. They feel they are very curious.
Confident,
and they are very, I want to say, what I didn't do this before.
And is that on a weekly basis to recap again and again? This menu, this wine, this food?
Of course, daily.
Daily?
We are doing briefings, 2 briefings a day.
Okay.
And we say, remember, we need the...
So just 1 second to take a pause on that. So in briefing, you cover food pairing. That's what you're saying?
Of course. Every briefing, when there is new dishes, we pair the match. But it's remember that we change this wine with this dish, because this dish, still the roast asparagus, but the garnish changed. The garnish is more complex and bigger. So the chablis is gone. And we are going to put an cruzado from Portugal because it's more nutty, more rich. And I always explain in very short words why I'm doing the change. You need to understand, you need to be very easy to understand.
What about, it's a very high tensed environment, right? So you have to lift their mood as well, and you have to say, hey guys, have a great day. And so what are some words, let's imagine that you're doing a team.
Crucial. This look like a small thing, is bigger than nothing.
True.
Me, I'm very grateful when a waiter, he had the initiative, or she had the initiative to ask a glass of Sauternes, and he sold 4 glasses of Sauternes. I said to the sommeliers, guys, look at this, the waiter. In this life, you need to want the things. You need to want to do the things.
True.
The passion, the attitude.
Yeah.
Remember that the customer is very important, but they need to feel that they are important for us. So if you don't ask, they think like, okay, I'm here, nobody asked me if I want something. So we need to be around. So let's go for the business, obviously, but in a good way.
Yeah.
So they feel important, they are important, but they need to be asked.
What do you see in UK, in the summer, moving more this summer of 2023 and later on in winter? If you had to tell people that I'm preparing my wine menu, adjusting little wine menu like this.
Well, I'm a sommelier, I think that the wine is totally seasonal. I'm gonna say, it's not a coincidence. I don't trust a lot in coincidence.
Yeah.
I'm selling a lot of white Bordeaux in the winter. I'm not selling white Bordeaux in the spring. I'm selling a lot of rosé in the spring. I'm not selling a lot of rosé in December.
Yeah.
Because remember that your body is a clock.
Yeah.
Your body is asking you things. So Bordeaux with 19 degrees that in the spring your body doesn't feel like, in December is fantastic.
Yeah.
So we focus quite a lot in the season.
So let's say now is the time you may be looking at summer menus?
Well, I'm gonna say, well, yes. We start tomorrow. I told you we are gonna go a big tasting, and I'm gonna focus in.
So what do you do there? Like, this is a wine menu. You're going to eliminate 20% of this, and then add 20% of that?
The percent doesn't exist. It's which style I have, which style I'm missing,
Okay.
which style is working better here. I told you before, I want to create an eclectic wine list. So we are not strong in Chile and Argentina. Let's go tomorrow in the tasting. I need 3 wines top in Argentina and Chile, and I need a medium range and entry level. This is a wine list with common sense.
Yeah.
You need to be strong in entry level, and sometimes the entry level is very underestimated.
True.
When you have a strong entry level, the GP is fantastic, and the people come here and cannot afford expensive wines are happy, because sometimes we forget something. It's very important. We need to get happy, everybody. Not only the people can afford expensive wines. So for me, everybody's the same.
You've seen a lot of years in the industry, right? So let's go on the wine menu, the science behind wine menu, or drinks menu, I would say. How do you position that so all your categories are selling, like bubbles to coffee to?
I'm gonna say that need to be the wine list and the cocktail list and the drink list. I realized after some years that it's better not to be so exuberant and talk about the history about every single cuvée, but easy to understand. Easy to understand. And, very split the areas, and the people is going to understand right bank, left bank. They ask what is meaning right bank. You explain, it's more bigger percentage of Merlot, but very, very clear, need to be very clear, no confused. Otherwise, they are reading the wine list, and if they don't understand, they don't want to ask wine suddenly, So
Understood.
it need to be easy to understand.
Yeah, like when you walk in a wine store, it should be very structured. You know where you have to go to find Australian Chardonnay, like that. Yeah. Anything else you would want to add, personally as a tip to young sommeliers?
Well, I'm gonna say that I am a head sommelier with commis sommelier soul. So my mentor was Gerard Bazet. I get emotion with him. So he teach me that the important thing, if you want to be successful in this industry, is be humble, hard worker, and the other things are coming. If you are consistent, the other things are coming. That's it.